Here's the deal. This episode, vlog 2 of the France 3-month tour. This one, I got a lot more rehearsal footage for you. I'm gonna go over in depth more what it's like to be in these rehearsals, trying to get things right with a new group of people, how flexibility and being able to work in that environment is really what's gotten me as far as I've gotten in the world of performance. Literally editing these videos brings me so much joy because I'm just living the moments again of being in France for 3 months with a bunch of people I don't even really know that well. Now know very well for living with them essentially for 3 months. We have a travel day between Lyon and
Toulouse,
which is by bus. So you'll get a little bit of an insight of what it's like traveling across many countries, but specifically France, on a bus. We explore Lyon a little bit more than we have before. So you get to see a lot of the monuments, just the downtown area. And then we're going to
Toulouse,
which was one of my favorite cities we went to, this river area. You'll see all that and more in this episode. Another stock wipe.
Still in Lyon, doing some actual swing rehearsal at Radiant Bellevue. So the difference here between what I've showed previously and this is actually more of a extended rehearsal. Typically we do about like a half hour, maybe an hour before the show, or during sound check, it's a more extended like 2 hour, 3 hour rehearsal. This is a put in swing rehearsal where we got our good friend Reese here going in as a new role, and because of how physically demanding and dangerous this show can be at times, we have to go through the whole thing and make sure he's all lined up with the way that we've been doing it. You can also see here, we're going to show you a little bit of the show that we don't really have a lot of footage of. So this right here is Bins. It's the end of the show. It's about a 10-minute number where it's kind of the culmination of everything we do throughout the show. And this is the one that we don't rehearse all that much because it's a lot, it's loud. We got to take out a lot of instruments. We got to take out a lot of things to get it done. But it's important for us to get it down when there's a person coming in as a new role. And also, it was very beneficial because, like I said before, this is a little bit of a new make of a cast for me specifically. These people have all been working together for a long time, but I'm kind of getting in there. So here's a clip of me and my good friend Sarah getting a feel for how we play this part of the show. Now, me and Sarah, we lined up. We got the same kind of feel, same kind of groove, but it was exciting for me because I've been in the show for a really long time and I've seen photos and ads with Sarah in it, but never done the show with her. So she and I have been in the show. I've been in for 8. She's been longer than that. And we've never actually had the opportunity to perform together. So again, one of those things that makes this show the thing that I want to come back to the most is every day is a new exciting adventure.
My first double back. Didn't film anything. It's gonna be a long 3 months, dog. But going out for a little bit today. What the fuck is going on with my eyebrow? Anyway, going out for a little bit today. Last day of shows in Lyon, and then tomorrow we got a travel day. I'll give you the insight on that. It's a long one. Like 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. bus, Lyon to whatever the next French city is. I'm gonna go out, look at some, I think I'm looking at a fountain, gonna get some food. Let's go.
If you've never been to Europe and you're from the United States of America, a good rule of thumb is if you're looking for sites, something to look at, something that's going to be really cool in your Instagram story or just photos to remember, you want to go down to the city center. In this case, in Lyon, it is the Place des Terreaux. Probably butchered that. It's normally where a Capitol building is, some sort of opera house, but what I was really looking for is this beautiful fountain, the Fountain Bartholdi. Look at it. It's awesome. Smack dab in the middle of the city. I don't know if I've spoken about this yet, but one of my favorite things to do in these cities is kind of just walk around and look to my left, right, forward, and back and see what the most interesting thing in front of me is and walk in that direction. It has led me to some of my favorite places that I've been. For example, Lyon, this whole trip right here was just really good restaurants. I sat down, had a really great meal, and I only ended up there because I was just walking in the direction of the most interesting thing I could see. And then I ended up in this square, which I don't think is important at all in Lyon. Drop it in the comments if you know that it is, but it's a really beautiful place to be. And I was just walking randomly and found it.
End of the first week. We made it. Crazy. Shows were great. Lyon is a beautiful city, but now take on a little thing called a travel day. So today, this is the worst, dude. Today we are going from Lyon to Toulouse. Our lobby call is 10:45. It is currently 10:19. I'm gonna go grab some food, and then we don't get there until 6:37. So it's a pretty long one, although comparative to the US tour, pretty short. It's part of it. It's a part of being a travel musician / performer is long ass travel days. All right, see you, bye.
The least glamorous and cool part of being a traveling musician is the travel part. This is a bus ride from Lyon to Toulouse. probably about 8.5 hours. It's 6.5 on the road, and then with an hour lunch break and a couple of rest stops in between, it ended up probably being closer to that. Now, on this bus, you got to bring your snacks. You got to bring your recreational beverages or substances to get you through the day. But in all, I don't really dislike this part of the job. I mean, you get to see the countryside in a way you wouldn't otherwise. And if you kind of take full advantage and download your Netflix, download maybe some work. I find it very hard to work on travel days because travel days are very, very hard. But I'll give you a look at one of the rest stops we took on our way there.
What is this for?
Be a vlog. We don't know.
This to me is where the family part of what we do comes into it. I think it's hard to explain to people when you're not a performer in a show in general, but touring, that how close you get with these people. It becomes your family for however long you're out there, whether it's 5 weeks or 3 months. So every rest stop kind of ends with us doing some stupid stuff in the parking lot, like playing a game, because we're cooped up on this bus the whole time. But here we are, just about wrapped up on our time on this bus. And like I said, not the most glamorous part, but it's definitely a staple of what we do.
Traveled it over, done. That was a long one. I remember it vividly right now, even though I'm like about 4 months removed. It was a reminder of how course you choose in life comes with positives and negatives. And I don't really look at them so much as things that take away or give. It's just, how do you balance it all out? Like, honestly, some of those travel days have been some of my favorite days I've had on the road, because it's just a day to chill out and see the country visually in a way that you wouldn't see it if you're just in the theater working all the time. Again, I can't stress that enough, that even though I'm making these vlogs and they're super fun, like, I'm at work. We're doing, some of these are 3-show, 5-show weeks. Some of these are, once we get to Paris, it's 6-show weeks every single week. And that's just the amount of shows that I'm doing. There's doubles every weekend, 2 doubles back to back. But travel day over, about to pop out and explore Bordeaux. It's stock wipe.
We love a stock wipe. All right. This is after we fell asleep in the hotel room. I don't even think I filmed anything after the travel day. It takes a lot out of you. But this is a tram that we had to take to get into Toulouse proper. We were just staying outside, and I want you to take a look at this view from the tram. Imagine this is your commute every day into work. You know what I mean? Again, another opportunity to kind of hang out with these folks that I'm just starting to build my relationship with. I guess, I don't know if I made that clear, is I've been on the US tour for many, many years, but this is my first year with the European tour. So some of these people like Josh I've known for a while, and some of these folks like Jamie I just are getting to know, and Sarah in these videos I didn't know at all. So by the way, she's the best, one of the filthiest choreographers you'll ever meet in your life. And while we get into Toulouse, Josh helped me out with a little bit of French walking content.
Bonjour, we are in the Toulouse area of France. Cameraman is Sean Perham. Show yourself, please.
Hello.
There's a little B-roll. I must be quiet now.
10 out of 10 interlude provided to you by Joshua Cruz. We are on our way to the city center of Toulouse. Toulouse doesn't have so many monuments as a lot of other French cities do, but it does have an area through the center that is a waterway, and we picked up some beers, some drinks, headed down that way, because one of my favorite things to do on tour is to find some sun and drink on our days off, because they are kind of few and far between at many moments. But this is the Garonne River area in Toulouse, and it is breathtaking.
You got me.
And we spent, I don't even know how many hours here just talking, getting to know each other, and hanging out. And it was truly beautiful. Oh, we also found out our friend Joe we ran into on the train found his phone.
God, that looks great.
You deserve your phone, man. Yeah, baby.
Let's go with the phone in frame.
Such a beautiful day. I'm going to let some of this speak for itself.
done you justice vlog. It's been like 2 days. Been all over the place. We're in lovely Toulouse. Definitely doesn't do it justice. The video I probably showed earlier does the town justice. Toulouse is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been in my life, but we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Went into town the first day we were here. It was awesome. Loved every second of it. Golden day. Had a second golden day. Stayed inside. I edited videos all day. Here's a fake facsimile of what I was doing. I just made that video. And now I go into the show to relearn a role I've done previously. I was asked to do a role I haven't done in a long time. I haven't even done it out here in Europe. So that takes a little bit of going through some files I have, some cheat sheets, watching some videos that I've compiled over the years that make it a little bit easier and faster remember the role. I'll maybe film a little bit of that. And then tonight I'm actually gonna film the show for everyone on my 4K Blackmagic camera. Something I try to do to give everybody some high quality video, but we're back to work. We had a nice 2-3 days off. Time to get cranking. See you over there.
Welcome to Casino Barrière in Toulouse. First rehearsal here. It was a sound check, but it also gave me an opportunity with a little bit more of an extended rehearsal to relearn this role I haven't touched probably in 3 years. So the way Stomp works is there are 12 people in the cast, 8 on stage, and many of us know more than one role. I currently know 6. The 2 that I mostly do are Potato Head and Sarge with the more rhythmic lead roles. But this role right here is Ringo. It's a comedic role, and I have not really done it in a very long time, so having to relearn these numbers, I have cheat sheets on my computer. I have videos of the ones that are a little bit harder to just learn the counts for. I have to visually see it, know the choreography. As you can see here, there's a good amount of where I need to be at the right time to catch the right stick. But again, most people in the show know more than one. I happen to know 6. It's the thing that from my classical background is probably carried over the best. Is I'm very quick to learn numbers, and I'm pretty good at retaining them once they're there. This is me handing off the rest of the rehearsal to Joe White, featured here. Not too happy that I asked him to do the harder part of the rehearsal, but he's awesome. He was a trooper about it, and after this, I felt pretty comfortable. This is that footage I spoke about earlier. Directly after the footage that we watched of rehearsal was this show. I'm not in it, obviously, because I didn't know the role well enough just yet. It takes me about 2 days to get it under my belt enough to feel comfortable to do the show, unless it's an emergency scenario, which I've been in before, where I learned it in a couple of hours. This is how we're going to wrap up this episode of the vlog. It's episode 2, and we've got a lot of exciting stuff ahead of us. More cities, more rehearsals, more hanging out. Here's the very end of the show. It's called Slam Down for this reason, which you're going to see in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching. Go Bills.